Welcome back to Good Morning Antigua and Barbuda. 8:27 it is in the morning. Let me say a very special good morning to some special folks. It's all about the Camp Grow theme, gaining respect for the outdoors in our world. Let's say good morning to Roberta Williams. Of course, she is the executive of the GARD Center. How are you?
Good morning.
And we've got Rachel Hall, Peace Corps volunteer attached to the Gilbert's Agricultural Rural Development Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? And Jen, who is very close to Canada, Jen Davis, Peace Corps volunteer attached to the Environment Awareness Group. Good morning, ladies. It is indeed a pleasure to have you. Peace Corps is a special sentiment that the Americans do to get their folks around the world to do volunteer work, and we're welcoming you. I'm glad to have you in Antigua and Barbuda.
Thank you.
Now, Roberta Williams, tell me a little about the program and what goes on at the GARD Center for those who may be just crawling out of a rock in Antigua and Barbuda.
I hope not too many. No, well, the Gilbert Agricultural and Rural Development Center is a non-government organization that falls under the auspices of the Methodist Church in the Caribbean and the Americas. And our original mandate, almost 23 years ago, was to encourage young people to go into farming and its related activities. This was a result of the Caribbean. The average age of the farming population was 55 years and older, and our young people were not choosing farming as an occupation. They didn't see it as a worthy occupation. And so our center formed as a pilot project first to encourage young people, to show them that farming was a business, and like any other business, had to have the proper knowledge and skills. Over the years, we've expanded our mandate into entrepreneurship for youth and women in all areas. Now, we have been a partner with the Environment Awareness Group over all of these years. They are basically almost the same age as we are. And we have had a very, very tight-knit relationship in terms of sharing projects in the environment along with collaborating in agriculture, those two fitting perfectly together. And this idea of Camp Grow was these two wonderful ladies here who said, you know, how about the idea of a camp for young people? And we said yes, and they just took off and produced a fantastic product, which happened for the first time last year. And because of the success of that, we are now going into our second year of Camp Grow. And they're going to give you all the details. But I am telling you, we have a wonderful product. And people are still giving praise for this program.
What has been the reception like with the general populace in Antigua and Barbuda to attend these programs?
It's overwhelming. Unfortunately, we had to turn away some people because, you know, we have to, there's one thing, we have a very high standard, the counselors and the coordination, and we do not want too many persons which the counselors cannot handle. So this year we're going for 60, which is it's an increase, and who knows what's going to happen next year, but it's an exciting program, and I'm going to let these ladies tell you all about it.
Rachel, you're a volunteer attached to the Gilbert Agricultural and Rural Development Center. When does the program start?
So Camp Grow will start on August 11th, August 13th, and go through August 24th.
It's a good thing it's happening right after Carnival.
Right after Carnival, yes.
Okay. In today's world, science and agriculture is not the hoe and the fork anymore. Technology has come a long way. What are some of the things that the youth will garner in the session that you'll have?
Right. So our age group is quite young. We're ages 8 to 11, and so
they're babies.
They're babies. Not quite babies, but very young. And so we're giving them a basic introduction to agriculture and environmental principles. So we're doing introduction to composting, introduction to gardening, that kind of thing. They get to work with seedlings and plant things in the garden and watch them grow. Very, very, you know, for young kids. And then we have environmental programs as well, where we're looking on explaining more about ecosystems and how they work together, marine ecosystems, that kind of thing, but for young kids.
Okay, well, Jen, you're in that environment awareness group. What are some of the things that you'll be imparting on the young minds?
So, we live in a beautiful country. I've been privileged to be here for 2 years. And what we know with the Environmental Awareness Group is that we really want the youth to understand how beautiful the country is that they live, and to be able to want to protect it. And you're not going to be able to protect something unless you understand it. You're not going to want to unless you love it. And so we want to expose these kids to the environment and get them to develop a relationship with it and have a lot of fun as well. You know, a lot of kids have never been to Rendezvous Bay. It's one of the most beautiful beaches I have ever seen in my entire life, and it's in their backyards. So that's one of the places we're going to take them. We're going to hike them in, and they're going to get to spend the day there. So just getting them out there, touching things, exploring, seeing what's out there, and hopefully falling in love with it and wanting to protect it.
Impressionable minds at that age. So if they're thought right, obviously they will see the need for them. And in today's world, where work is scarce, jobs are scarce, here's an opportunity for these young minds to target it in something that they see can protect the environment and also feed a country. Ms. Williams, tell me, how do they register for this program?
Okay, there's several ways. We have application forms that are on our websites, both EAG and GARD Center, so they can apply that way. We also have the actual paperwork at GARD Center and EAG, so they can pass for those. Of course, EAG is in town, which is very easy access. Any other way? Those are the two major ways. Right.
Is there a registration fee or something like that attached to this?
I'll let
Rachel?
Yeah. So the fee for camp is $220 EC, and that covers the cost of transportation and field trips, T-shirts, all that kind of thing. We also believe strongly that every child should have a chance to attend camp, and so we do offer financial assistance to families that need it, and they just need to reach out to us, and we'll have that conversation with them directly. Okay.
Again, now we look. You've been in Antigua for how long now?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
The impression that they make on you?
It's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country. I've had an amazing time here. I feel very blessed to be able to work with the GARD Center and with EAG. It's just been so much fun.
What was it like with the children last year?
So fun. I can't emphasize that enough. We were singing, we were dancing, we were running around, swimming and playing, and it was just a lot of fun. We grew really attached to our campers. One of my favorite things is that wherever I go, I seem to run into campers, and they come up and they give me a big hug, and we get to reminisce about camp from last year.
Camp Grow theme, gaining respect for the outdoors and our world. Who came up with that theme? Jen?
I tell you, these ladies are super.
Because it speaks volume for what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And for us in Antigua and Barbuda, Caribbean country, and we speak about agriculture so much and the environment and how much we need to protect the space that God blessed us with. You know, so I just wanted that. This seems really volume. I think this is something that children can catch on to. Yeah. Outdoors and our world. Okay, again, it starts when?
It's August 13th through the 24th. It's a 10-day summer day camp.
Now, the children who register, you spoke of transportation.
Yes.
Irrespective of where they may come from in Antigua Barbuda, where is the meeting point? How do they get to that destination?
Okay, so we're having the entire camp at the Gilbert Agro-Heritage Nature Center, which is on the GARD Center properties up in Mercer's Creek, just past Paris. Parents can either drop their kids off at camp directly, or we have buses leaving from town. So the East Bus Station, where the school buses meet currently, we'll have buses leaving from there, taking the kids up. So those buses, they meet at 8, and then they're up at the center by 9.
Okay. And I have to say very much thank you to the Antigua and Barbuda Defense Force, who has volunteered to assist us with the transportation.
They helped us immensely last year. Yeah. They provided all the transportation, and it was a fantastic contribution. We wouldn't have been able to do camp without them.
Well, ladies, we want to say, well, before I do that, go ahead.
I want to say, besides the Defense Force, we've had incredible support from local organizations and foundations, and we just want to mention them.
Please do.
Mill Reef Fund and the Sandals Foundation both have provided us with tremendous support that has allowed us to purchase things, tables and tents that will be used for years to come. Horizon Supplies Limited, the Defense Force, ECAB, Carib Trans, State Insurance Corporation, Adventure Antigua, and Subway have all donated this year. And so we want to say a huge thank you to them, because it wouldn't be possible. And they have made it possible for every child to be able to attend camp, whether their parents can afford it or not. So.
Well, I'm glad with these corporate citizens. And I know for a fact the Sandals are heavy into the environmental awareness here in Antigua and Barbuda. They have a few things going on in a positive way. And we're glad that all the other companies came on board. Ladies, we want to say thanks for being such a help to us here in Antigua and Barbuda. And it's normally a 2-year stint, right?
Yeah.
So you guys have to pack up and head back to Washington near Canada. And you're going to where?
I'm going to Seattle, so just
Seattle. Yeah, you're not too far from her. You guys, so you must be enjoying the warmth of Antigua and Barbuda. Eh?
Yes.
But good thing you're going back for summer, so it'll be summertime by the time you get there. It's still cold?
We're going back in October. It's going to be getting
cold. Yeah, October. Oh, I thought you were leaving right after the camp.
It's 2 years and 2 months.
2 years and 2 months.
So. Enjoy
Enjoy the rest of the sunshine in Antigua and Barbuda. Here's hoping the children will garner the knowledge that, of course, we in Antigua and Barbuda really need our youth to focus on. Roberta, always a pleasure for your hard work and, of course, running the center. As an executive, you do fine, and we want to wish you well and continued success.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
It's Good Morning Antigua Barbuda on the beautiful Thursday, the final day of May. Tomorrow, the 1st of June, the official start of the hurricane season. So let's make certain that we just do the things that we need to do to keep ourselves well prepared. And remember, it's World No Tobacco Day today. So if you smoke, stop it. We'll be right back.